G'day guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wildkard. Thank you for watching the Wildkard Rugby Show. Like, comment and subscribe. And yes, you are here today because you know for a fact that I live in the greatest part of Wales, and that is New South Wales. And, well, I was raised in Queensland, so no matter how hard I try to wash the thong-wearing 4X stench of myself, it's just not coming off. So I am a Queenslander, and this game was so frustrating to watch, especially Tate McDermott's performance. I don't know what's going on with this guy. 1 week he's good, 1 week he's back, 1 week he's good, 1 week he's like sleepy. So this week, a game that is basically the state of origin for the union game, for the game of rugby union, he's showed up sleepy for about 30 minutes of the game. Okay, now I'm such a nice guy. I'm gonna let you enjoy some of these brilliance of Tate McDermott in the first half. The first quarter of the game, okay? This play here went for about 20 phases, and I seriously, I almost fell asleep. I almost wanted to turn the TV off and go to bed, okay? Look at this. Tate McDermott is looking at the ball, right? He's the closest person to the ball, and guess what? Instead of going to pick the ball up, he instructs the prop to go pick the ball up, and the prop just goes, all right, pass the ball on behalf of Tate. What is happening? Hello, Tate? Are you playing rugby or what? What is going on here? And look at this. Just I'm just gonna leave this on, and you can just watch this. Like, look, he's asking players to get ready. There's already two players getting ready to pick up. No, then you just okay. Look at this. Get the ball out. Yep. Pass it. No, just more talking and then pass. Right, again. Get in there, guys. Line it up. Ready? He's telling everyone to get the ball. No, he's not even going to get it himself. Another pick and drive. Look at him. He's pointing at people. He's telling people to get in position. He's not going to pick the ball up himself. And he gets the prop to pass the ball again. Right? Like, why would you tell people to set up when you're not even going to pick the ball up yourself? What are you doing? Like, what is the point of you being there when all you're doing is tell the prop to pick up the ball and pass it on your behalf? This was so bad. Like, the Reds this sequence, this went for 20 phases or something. So slow, so bad. Like, I just could not understand what he was doing. Another thing that Tate McDermott does as well is the box kicks. Surely he's gone past the time allocation for the box kicks, right? There were times where literally, look at this. Why was there a pause? Why did you pause, Tate? Why did you pause? Finally, something's happening. Again, quick ball, Tate. Quick ball. Come on, man. Like, he could have just gone himself there. Oh, look, someone else does Tate's job for him. Picks and go. This try was denied, but, it was really bad. It was, so the box kicks I was talking about. So Tate takes about 7 seconds. I counted about 7 seconds after the referee has said use it. Usually you only have 5, right? The new law says you only got 5 seconds. So he's getting away with it in Super Rugby. But if he does that in Test Rugby, he's going to get turned over. I have no doubt in the Lions tour, if he does it like that, he's going to get turned over by the European referees. Because they're not going to say use it and let you take another 7 seconds before you actually kick the ball away. And speaking of box kicking the ball away, the ball right at the end as well. It was like 5 minutes left on the clock. He's been doing their slow box kicks all game, right? This one box kick where he really just needed to kick it out, he'd taken all his sweet time, get the ball out of the back, look like he's going to do the box kick, and then he just suddenly decided to pass the ball to McLaren Phillips, right? And it was like a hospital pass as well. Phillips had to like reach up and grab the ball in the air and then almost got tackled, like crushed, like as he got the ball down, and the Waratahs turned the ball over right in front of the goalpost, and I was like, Tate, what are you doing? What are you doing? I almost lost my mind when I saw that. Luckily, the Waratahs did not get a penalty. And then Kalani Thomas came on to McDermott's reserve. Immediately, like, breaks through a line, set up a much quicker breakdown. And then there was a try score following that for the Reds to win the game. Like, that was the difference. As soon as McDermott came on, his replacement came on and scored, set up a try. It was so frustrating watching McDermott play And I just don't understand. Like, after that first 20 minutes, he got better. And then he got worse again towards the end of the game. He should have been taken off maybe 60 minutes or maybe 50 minutes, right? Kalani Thomas should have been just being on a lot sooner because McDermott just was not performing. And I don't know what's wrong. Like, what is he like? I just don't understand. Why is there such a huge discrepancy between his performances from one week to the next? And like 1 week he's like brilliant and fast and alert, and then next week we get this shit where he's standing there asking a prop to pick up the ball for him, right? Like, what is going on here? So I don't know. Maybe someone can let me know what is happening here, but it was really bad. Another thing that was really bad was James Dolman and the scrum calls. How many times the Waratahs won the scrum and that was not called, and Dolman went for a reset? The Waratahs really, especially when Tupou was on the field, the combination between Tupou and Angus Bell really puts a lot of pressure. But I do know why Dolman wasn't calling, because Tupou was pushing up and it was popping out his own head. So if that's the case, then James Dolman, you should be giving the short arm against Tupou for standing up, because that is one thing that I could think that James Dolman was reluctant to give the penalty to the Waratahs, because of the fact that Tupou was actually the first one with his head popping out. And that he should penalize Tupou for that, to be honest, or given a short arm penalty for that. And he just never pulled the trigger and then just like reset the scrum. And another thing is, I don't think they should be allowed to replace the props during scrum resets, right? Like, you shouldn't be allowed to do that. And like, Dan McKellar is like thinking he's Rassi Rasmus or something, doing these scrum plays, bringing on like a new prop after every scrum reset, trying to squeeze out that little bit of advantage. Like, come on, man. Like, it's just so disruptive. They shouldn't do that. Like, you should do it either before the first scrum was packed, or like, you can't do it between every scrum reset, because that was really disrupting. And Dan McKellar just blows my mind sometimes, some of these decisions that he makes. Rassi Rasmus does as well. There will be a scrum called, and Rassi will send on all 3 new props immediately before the scrum was packed. And Dan McKellar is taking this, like, he's bringing on 1 prop at a time after every scrum reset. And it's just like, oh, come on, man. Come on. And another thing, Joseph Swali got knocked out today. There was a report came out that he is okay. So he looked pretty bad. Like, he got knocked out. Copped the head on the knee from Andrew Callaway. But yeah, like, it's reported that it's okay, but he didn't like move at all. He was taken off on a stretcher. Like, there was, a lot of times, a lot of players gets taken off, they put up the thumbs or something. He didn't do any of that. So, but the coaching staff has reported that he is okay, which is good to see. But yeah, the way that Swali runs into some of the tackles, especially like the rugby league style arms tack, I wasn't too surprised something like this would happen either to himself or to somebody that is tackling, which would result in him sitting off with a yellow or a red card. But yeah, it's a thing that the coaching staff needs to work with him. Some of the techniques that he's using out there, I just don't think it's safe for anybody. So yeah, and it is a rugby league style, a habit that has been built out over the years playing at the Roosters. I think the coaching staff needs to have a look at that and get him into the right habits. Anyway, with that being said, let's have a look at the match stats. That's enough rant about Tate McDermott. 256 run meters for the Waratahs, the 505 for the Queensland Reds. They really rammed the Waratahs really hard this game to get that to get the win on the board. 4 tries to 3. 24 defenders beaten for the Reds, for the 12 for the Waratahs. 14 turnovers conceded for the Reds, for the 15 for the Waratahs. 205 tackles made by the Waratahs, 24 missed tackles for the Reds. 140 tackles made, 12 missed tackles for themselves. 19 kicks in play for the Waratahs, 22 for the Reds. It was pretty rainy, so I was actually expecting a bit more kicking, but it's good to see that the two teams was pretty good with ball handling despite with the rain. 590. They missed a bit of an error, but it's not as bad as I thought they would be. Like, you were like, I didn't, you would have probably, gone into like 1,000 kick meters sometimes with these games when it's really slippery, but neither teams wanted to do that, which was really good. 590 kick meters to 564. The line out success rate 11 for the Waratahs, 5 lost. Yeah, that's pretty bad. 12 for the Reds, 0 lost. Much better for the Reds there. Scrum 0 for the Waratahs. I think the Waratahs should have won a few scrums there. 6 for the Reds and 0 lost themselves. I think the referee was very unfair there. 10 penalties conceded for both teams and 3 yellow cards. I think all the yellow cards resulted in some kind of like accidental high tackle. Kanem had a high tackle from the Reds accidentally, and Tupou had a accidental head collision. Got sent off with yellow, and I think there was one more for, yeah, that was like a leaf tackle, the tight head prop. I think that shouldn't have been a red. Like one of the, I think it was Kanan that got like tipped over somebody on the ground, and he landed like almost on his head. It wasn't like he was tipped over because it was someone like blocking him, and he got like, you know, like tipped over because someone was on the ground, not because the players were like deliberately trying to lift him up and dump him on his head. But so it was, again, I thought it was a pretty soft yellow card there for against the tight end prop, or whatever his name was, from the Waratahs. Yeah, Daniel Botha, I thought it was a really tough call against him there. But yeah, it is what it is. The Waratahs probably got a bit on the rough end of the referee, but the referee, the Reds did, you know, have Tate McDermott actively falling asleep on the field, so I guess that balances out, maybe, you know. Anyway, let's have a look at the quick summary of the scoreboard. 9 minutes of the game, the Waratahs actually started really, really well because, you know, McDermott was falling asleep. There was some pretty poor handling, both teams for a while, and then 9 minutes in, finally the Waratahs just patiently building. Some short ball crash. Eventually, O'Donnell gets the short ball and he crashed over. 7 points to nil. He had players outside free, but he just crashed over himself anyway. 7 points to nil. 90 minutes into the game, Langi Gleeson bumps through a bunch of tackles and, you know, got tackled. And then immediately after the snooze fest from McDermott, Jay Gordon, pick and go, and gets the try on the board. 14 points to nil for himself. 27 minutes into the game, McDermott woke up. He woke up. 27 minutes. Took him 27 minutes to finally wake up. There was a scrum, short arm penalty to the Reds, right in for the goalpost. McDermott took a quick tap and went in for the try. 14 points to 7. 30 minutes in, the tight end prop got sent off from the Waratahs. What his name was? Try again. Botha. Yeah, Botha got sent off for a yellow card. Tupou was on the field after this. Looked like he won a scrum. Referee didn't give it. There was a knockout on Swatli'i 37 minutes in. And then the Reds, just before halftime, got a penalty. Went for the line out. Went for the maul. After basically Tupou got sent off. And the backs joining the maul. And Reds went in for the try. 14 points to 14 halftime score. Second half starts. George Cannon got sent off for a tackle where he kind of like knocked the player from behind. What was his name? Parecki got hit from behind. And I copped a bit on the head. 51 minutes in, there was another scrum for the Waratahs. Lots of pick and go. And the Tupou, who came back on the field after the halftime break, picks the ball up and drives himself over. Not picks up, he gets a short pass and drives over for the try. 19 points to 14. 66 minutes into the game, yellow card to Tupou for a high head-on-head collision. Accidental. Lots of scrum dominance from Tupou, and Angus Bell wasn't given. Really disappointing. 67 minutes in, the Reds with Tupou out on the field. They went for the line out, went for the maul, and Josh Naser get the try on the ball. 22-21. 72. McDermott almost threw the game away. He decided to not do the slow box kick, but instead passed the ball, hospital pass to McLaren Phillips. And then McLaren Phillips got tackled and got the ball turned over and almost given away the penalty. But finally, 75 minutes on the clock, Kalani Thomas on the field. Immediately makes a big difference. I think there was a scrum. He took a run himself and nice little offload. Look a little bit forward to I think it was, who was it? It was one of the forwards running through, I think. And then the ball immediately came out very quick from Thomas. Got there, immediately got the ball out of the ruck. And then quick pass to Dalgunu, and Dalgunu kicked the ball down the field, cross field to Anderson, who got the ball on the fly, and then ran in, on the bounce, actually, ran in for the try. 21 points to 28. Reds wins this one in a nice, close finish. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about this game. I think that, I don't know what's going on with Tate McDermott. Is someone, is he taking the wrong medicine before the game? He's supposed to take some vitamins, and then he ended up taking sleeping pills. Maybe that's why he accidentally took these sleeping pills, before the game when he was supposed to take his vitamins. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. But yeah, it was really bad at the beginning. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Cheers.